What is up, you amazing people? It's Nima here. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be dropping back-to-back videos. We'll have one tomorrow. It's another short one around the same time as this one, and that'll be about a game called Ved that I've been playing, which is a very interesting game. But I'm really excited to talk about this game, although I have to say I'm not clear with some details on it. For one, I think this game might have came out in July, and then I've heard it came out in August. I'm not sure when it came out, but this game is called Westilds Law, and I got a code for it recently. Usually that means a game hasn't released or it just released. Although right before recording, I looked it up just because the name is kind of weird. I wanted to make sure I was saying it right, and I saw that it had a release date of July. And then I saw that it had a release date on Steam like a year ago. I'm not sure when this game did release or if it has released. I did see it on the Switch. It is $4.99 and it should be currently available right now. So there's a chance maybe you guys have even heard of this and played it, bought it. I don't know. But I did want to talk about it a little bit because I've actually been having a ton of fun with this one, and it is almost perfect in a lot of ways. And it's a twin stick shooter, which for some people can be maddening. For me, honestly, there are some of those games that just drive me up a wall. Like, they're almost too hard, and I think the difficulty on this game has been dialed in perfect. There is some challenge without a doubt. You reach some of the bosses, it's going to be a few times before you get through it, but honestly, it's fun and it feels like you can do it. Like, there's some of those games you just get your butt kicked from one end to the other and you're like, I have no idea how I'm going to beat this guy. In this game though, you feel like you have the chance. Like, it's there. You can see where you made a mistake. It's not like you're just overwhelmed. And so right off the bat, gameplay gets a really high score for me. Now, this game does take place in like the Wild West, and you do have an option between two different characters, although I really couldn't tell the difference between either character. I know one's a male, one's a female, but as far as actual gameplay, I couldn't really tell a difference. More of the gameplay has to deal with your dash, your skills, your guns, all of those kind of things. And all of those things can be upgraded and changed. And this is one thing that I like about it. Everything is customizable and upgradable. And not only that, you also have the ability to find trophies and sell them. And these things range from like watches to hats to gold bars. All of this, though, culminates in more money for you, where you're going to need as much as you can because everything costs money. Your skills cost money, like I said, your guns, your upgrades, and even like your base character attributes, like your health, your accuracy, your reload speed, all of that can be upgraded as well. And so this really gives you something to keep playing for. And it does seem that every mission you go on is appropriately rewarded. You can always upgrade something, it seems like, after every mission, which, I don't know, for me that just keeps that cycle going. And I will say that is the one thing that you have to watch with this game. You can sit down to be like, oh, I'm just going to play for 20-30 minutes or something. 2 hours later, you're still playing. This is definitely one of those games that, especially early on, you're in. Like, it's so much fun. It's very addictive. You said it has that very fast-paced yet rewarding style about it, where you go up, you get a contract. As soon as you acquire the contract, which literally is like 2 seconds, you're in town, you go to the sheriff's office and grab a contract, and the contract takes you out in the mission right then and there. Each contract can take like 5 to 10 minutes, something like that, and it can range from different things like eliminating all the bandits, or stopping a train, apprehending a boss, someone like Billy the Kid. And I will say, the missions do get a little bit repetitive, but they keep you going because they increase the difficulty just a little bit. But at the same time, you're also upgrading your skills, so you're able to meet that difficulty head on. I also have to note that I have absolutely no performance issues with this on the Nintendo Switch, and that matters a lot, especially with one of these types of games where it is almost a bullet hell at times, and every slight little move can just ruin your run. Now, I will say this too, it is not like a one-shot kind of kill thing. You do have a relatively large reservoir of health, so you can keep going through a bit, but at the end of the day, it does really add up, especially towards the end, especially with bosses. And so, yeah, luckily there is no performance lags or anything like that that will cause you to take an unnecessary hit. Now, I will say, maybe fortunately or unfortunately, there is no story. Now, I say fortunately because these type of games to me don't really need a story. I don't really want one. I just want to hop in and play the game. It's basically what you would think. You are kind of like a guy who's showing up in a town, the sheriff needs help, you help him. That's basically it. There isn't really much more to it than that, and honestly, I think that that's all it needs to be. With that being said, I definitely recommend picking it up, especially if you like this style of game, but even if you don't, like I said, I think the difficulty is set where almost anyone could get into it. It's very approachable in that manner. It's got a $4.99 price tag, so that's always a good thing. And ultimately, if I had to give this game a score, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10, really. It's a fun game, and it's definitely worth $5. Let me know what you think. Is this your type of game? Have you played this game already? Has it already been out for forever, and something just got mixed up in the codes? I don't know. Either way, I will see you guys tomorrow with a review on Ved. A very interesting, almost Dungeons & Dragons style RPG. Anyway, take care, everyone. Love y'all. Bye-bye.